What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toke Moments. I think this is how I should conduct this episode because it's a single episode. It's just me, you, and what we're going to talk about. I absolutely love my solo episodes with you guys because it takes me back to when I started vlogging and it was just me and the computer. And this is the tone that I want to use to deliver what I want to talk to you guys about because I think it's very important for you to listen up. Tush, tush, if you can hear me. Okay, forgive my voice. I'm really enjoying this blonde era, but it's important we have this conversation. I want to share with you guys 5 types of people that you should totally avoid getting into an argument with. Now, I know that people are all about peace and light and love, and as much as we can, we must strive to live, at peace with all men. But let's be real. It's very difficult. Even if you're the most peaceful person and you're literally in your lane and trying to mind your business and drinking your green tea and staying out of everyone's lane, there's still going to be 1 or 2 crazy people. And you can encounter these people maybe in your community, maybe at work, maybe, just people that you can't stay away from. So for your mental health, I decided to do this video so that you take it as a guide in knowing that life is too short. I don't like to argue. I just let people do whatever they're going to do. But even as I don't like to argue, on some days, I find that there are certain people who will be trying to push my button and test me. So take this from me. If you learn this early, it would save you so much stress. You don't have to listen. You can go and learn the hard way, but it would always be something that you can refer to. Number 1 on the top of my list of those people who you should totally stay away from arguing with are people who don't like you. That sounds really like, yeah. But let's be honest, not everyone's going to like you. And that's fair because you don't like everyone. Let's be real. We cannot like everybody. Skittles has done nothing to me, but they're always my reference points. I don't like the red Skittles. I think it's a bit too harsh. I don't like the yellow one too. I just think it's annoying. It has done absolutely nothing wrong to me, but I don't like them. I like the blue. And I'm sure that, they're people out there who would say, I love Skittles, I detest it, so you're going to like someone, people are not going to like you. Stay away from arguing with people who don't like you because they are committed to not getting your point. They're committed to seeing the worst in you. They're committed to misunderstanding you, and it's a waste of energy. Rather than that, go pick rocks outside. Like just literally just scratch your ass if you have to because it's a complete waste of time. They're not going to agree with you. They don't like you. As you're speaking, their brain is not, they're not listening to respond. They're literally just listening. You're not listening to hear you, rather. They're listening to respond to you. And the response is always going to be something that would aggravate you even further because they don't like you. And that's on period. And that's okay. Okay. So let's normalize saying this because not everyone's going to like you and you don't like everyone. And it's okay. Imagine arguing with someone who's committed to not hearing your side or who's committed to just not listening to you. It's just going to be a waste. A trip to the dentist is easier than sitting there and trying to prove your point to someone who is committed to not listening to you. Number 2, a fool. Quit arguing. And when I say fool, people think I'm being rude. But if you Google the term fool, it's a medical term. Honestly, they are fools. They're people who are just foolish, honestly. And if you think that you have time to argue with a fool, what's going to happen is someone's going to walk past and they'll watch 2 people arguing and they will not know the difference between the wise person and the foolish person because you're out there arguing with a fool. It just doesn't make any sense. If they say it's red, my nigga, you're right. That's how I live my life right now. If it's blue, yeah. As long as you see blue, I see what I see. I don't need to tell you what I see, and you don't need to convince me that that shit is blue. I'm okay to let you live in your own island, in your own tiny little world, accepting what you accept. And I'm not here to correct you because at the end of the day, why am I going to do that? Like, really, why? You're a fool. And I don't want someone to confuse me for being who you are. So I'm just going to be like, okay, all right, that's what they're saying today. Cool, peace out. I hold my peace, I rest my case, and my hair is laid, and my face is laid, and you can carry on to somebody else who has your time, because that's not gonna happen over here. Number 3, this is not a bad thing. This is just if you have the energy. Honestly, there are people who are committed to winning every argument. They were in the debate team in school. They will argue out your lungs. You can't win. They must always get the last word. Even when they have the energy. 2 days later, they're still texting you that thing you said. You're like, really? I thought that was 2 days ago. You're never going to win with someone who is great at a perfect argument. Lawyers, stay away from them. Those people will tire you out because they always have a response to every single thing you say. They always want to have a comeback, and it's just completely just pointless, because when you're bored and you want to move on, they don't. They're still there saying, no. And even when you're right, they'll say, and we agree to disagree. My nigga, I'm right, you're wrong. Shut the fuck up. I wish with these few points of mine, I'd be able to convince and not confuse you. Oh my God. Getting into an argument with someone who actually argues for a living, it will tire you out. Like, they just don't have any breaks. They literally don't know where to stop. They literally just feel like they can remember something in 5 days and go back to that thing and say, no, and then they'll bring proof. They will Google. That's why I say, okay. Number 4, for me, these people just really get on my nerves. These people who feel they are just unnecessarily wise. Those kind of people that just feel like they want to make every other person in the room feel stupid. They get on my nerves. They now go to, I had an uncle, they always have experiences. They have experiences with everything you're talking about. You cannot argue about poverty and then poor past you. You cannot argue about sickness. That time when I was sick too, bitch, can I not just have my own experience? Must you dim my light just because, they're very clever and they want to let you feel stupid. And they're quick to want to say, no, it's not spelled that way. No, it's not that. Google it, check it. This is the taste of this. This is from France. This is from Spanish. That in 1972. When you have uncles like that just get on your nerves. You don't even want to get into arguments with them because they're just like, no, let me school you. When Abiola was this, that, you're just like, listen, like, I don't need to get a lecture on this particular topic, okay? That there's no point in you trying to always tell me how clever you are or how smart you are and how every other person is dumb. Because there's a popular saying that says, if you are the smartest person in the room, you need to get out of that room. So when I find people like that, I find them amusing. They like this auteur thing where they're better than everybody else and they always have to, know it all. Like, you can't say something, they're like, no, that's not true. That's not facts. Honestly, I'm speaking from facts. Read books. I don't think you know. No, you should. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Okay? You're wise. We get it. Methuselah, ancient of days. We understand. We're not trying to argue with you. You have the floor. I just go to sleep. I honestly don't even engage people like that because I just feel like, what's the point? Then the last people in this category, ignorant people, honestly, this is a bit of a 50-50 for me. The people who are ignorant and are teachable, and the people who are ignorant and will die on the heel of their ignorance. Like, everything quickly becomes a fight with an ignorant person. You're arguing with someone, let's talk about this phone and why it's freezing. And it's like, that's how your tone was saying this. Bitch, like, stay on topic. Stay on motherfucking topic. I can't stand ignorant. I mean, there's no crime for being ignorant because we don't know it all, right? And there's certain things that I don't know about and I'm teachable. That's the whole point. If I'm teachable, I should be able to let the person talk, right? Stop cutting them off mid-sentence because I just don't want to agree with what they're saying. This is not people that don't like you. These are people that actually don't care, but they're just ignorant. Do you understand? They just don't want to be teachable. They don't like being corrected in public. They feel like you're correcting them, you're rude to them. They feel like you're correcting them, you're acting like you're better than them. They feel like you're correcting them, I beg, all of a sudden it becomes a fight. I can't stand ignorant people who every argument leads to a fight. It leads to exchange of blows or exchange of words. Like, why do we have to exchange words? You do know that it's okay for you to feel this way, but hear me out. Maybe if you are teachable, you might understand that, apart from black and white, there are shades of gray. Honestly, I like to stay out of arguments, but as I said earlier, as I started this video, there's certain things that, even when you're trying your utmost best to just not get into, will cross your way. And when those things come, ask yourself these 5 things I've, listed. Is this person a fool? If they are, by all means, if you wrestle with pigs, you're going to get dirty, right? Let them have it. If they don't like you, there's no point. You might as well just save the drama for who cares to have it or who cares to watch it. They're always going to be they are literally conspired and wired and made up to misunderstand you because they don't like you and they don't want to like you. So whatever you say, it's just going to fall on deaf ears. It now becomes a personal thing. Number 3, those people who, like to argue. If you're one of them, then you guys can carry on. I don't have the energy for it. Like if this person used to win the debates in their school, you're probably in for a match that you might not win. They will want to have the last laugh and the last word, the last laugh, it just isn't worth it, in my opinion. I hope this vlog has been able to help you. So when next you find someone who is arguing with you about, the color of something, if they're not worth it, just be like, yeah, that's the best way to win an argument for me. I let you believe that you're right. I don't have to have the last word because I'm wise. Thank you very much. I know I'm wise. Thank you for listening to me. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince and not confuse you why avoiding this category of 5 people will make you live longer, would actually make your hair grow longer, or maybe your ass might get fatter, will make you sleep well at night. Until our next argument. I'll chat with you guys on the next episode of Toke Moments. Goodbye.